All right, here we are. So now people can hear you too, Hannah.
Is that
So,
so?
welcome to 2026, every ball and every cabbage.
You mean 2020 sick?
Yeah, it's 2026 for me. So yeah. Hello, every ball, every cabbage. Welcome to our Alabaster Gamedev stream. Finally, again, after about like 3 months more. I don't know.
Well,
As you might hear, so this might also be related to a slightly different audio setup because um, the old machine that I used for streaming recently stopped working decently. It always crashes after a few minutes after I booted it, so I had to find another machine to work on, which is fun with the current situation about buying new PCs. So we didn't buy a new. I just used another PC that we had somewhere, fortunately. Anyway, so I had to
always
restore everything, including the audio setup. And now I think I'm sick, so that's probably why I do sound even more weird today. So sorry about this. Anyway, I'm Felix aka Lux, and we do game development. With me in the voice chat as usual is Henne aka Geflügel.
I am, and I will also do some game development on the side.
Yes,
Maybe.
we will never
No,
know.
I actually will. I will do some things.
And then we do have our dear cutting edge fretboard music bot running.
Yep. And don't forget,
Felix, you must die here and now.
I don't
not a
want to.
soundboard, sadly.
Okay.
Not a soundboard, sadly, but
At least we do
Discord.
have some sounds via Discord. Yeah, nice.
Man, Felix, don't you miss our soundboard that allowed us to have like a folder of like 200 sounds or something?
I mean, honestly, it was fun. It was just like a hassle to get it to run all the time.
Yeah, it was a hassle, and
because of bullshit.
honestly, there were so many sounds that after a while.
Okay, so another thing that's different now, since we had to reinstall everything, is we don't get our fancy subscription messages anymore. So I need to reinstall those decently at some time. Anyway, I also noticed that an updated OBS actually comes with a lot of new features. So now I actually have a very nice activity feed. And I can use that to see who subscribed and even who followed, in fact. But so yeah, we did get a subscription by a certain person called Teflora. I'm not sure, I think I've heard of her before. She subscribed for 87 months already in tier 1. Thank you so much, Teflora, whoever you are. Thank you so much for all the support and also for all the sound design and all this. Okay, there's a message. 8-9, the next level of funny numbers. Yes, it's time. 8-9. We had the other two before this. 8-9 months, dang it. So we got another subscription by Vervin, who subscribed for 12 months at tier 1 and 89 months in total. Thank you so much. Okay. And yeah, so
also, there's a feature that I didn't know yet. Apparently, you can also share, like, watching concurrent streams, like a certain number. Like I have like a series of 3 streams that I watched of this stream.
Wait, isn't the Flora your mod? How do you not know them? That was a joke. I'm sorry. Yes, of course we know Flora. She's not just a mod. She's I can't be serious. People always take me serious, I'm afraid. I mean, I can't be funny. Flora is our sound designer. She has been around for a long time, since the very beginning, in fact. So yeah, that was just a joke. But for some reason, she always subscribes to our streams in the beginning. So
okay, in the future, whenever you make a joke, I will play a laugh track. I think we have one.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that would help. So we get nice. Yeah, that's more clapping than laughing. But
yeah, I know. I just laugh. Do I have
so? Then we get another
Think it-
subscription by May Off, who subscribed for 29 months already. Thank you so much, saying it's the first of hopefully many dev streams of March 2026. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
This
that's
is
definitely
our.
gonna happen.
I mean, it's as you might know, this is of course actually a weekly dev stream.
Yeah, as
So-
DK says, who also subscribed with Prime, is that you can in fact also just subscribe with Prime if you have that, and it's free. It's very nice. So did Psychiatric. Also thank you for 66-month subscription. Thank you so much.
Only one more month. Tell funny number.
Okay. So, good morning. Hi, Etzalord. Another Alabaster speedrunner. Or maybe crosscut speedrunner. I kind of lost sight about who's currently speedrunning what game. I have to admit. So, but probably both, because there's not too much Alabaster to speedrun at this point.
That's true.
So DK says, hope you all doing okay. We're doing fine, honestly. I think maybe if you ask us again in like 2 months, things might look a little bit different, because there might be like a crunch phase getting close. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this, but yeah, I mean, we already said something about Alabaster we released in the first half of this year, and so far we didn't tweak this, so the early access version anyway. So, and there's like first time chat saying, Kendall PR, congratulations on Alabaster Dawn reaching the 150th most wishlisted game on Steam worldwide. Game director from Shape Protocol here, super excited for you and telling everyone about. Wow, 150th most wishlisted. That's pretty big.
That's not.
That's
pretty
a
big,
nice
yeah.
number. Thank you. Thanks
that's
for
first
letting us know this number.
That's a generation Pokemon number.
Yeah. Wait,
Mhm.
can you show your water bottle real quick?
What? Why?
Oh my god, is there something wrong about my water bottle? It's just, I use this for drinking. I think I used to have another one. I replaced it because the other one was broken and leaking, but this one,
It looks like a water bottle. I don't know.
yeah, it's just
Oh, twinsies. I see. Twinsies.
twinsies. Oh, you got the
Yeah.
same. Nice. Yeah, it's a very good one. I like this one personally.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hello. Glad the devs remember. Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
Director from Shape Protocol. Dang it. Give me a moment. Shape Protocol. Dang it, Shape. Yeah, obviously. Sorry, I still need to answer your last message. I just saw. God dang it. Yeah.
Ah, is it like some?
Yeah. Like there's some people who wanted to. Oh man, sorry, I'm horrible with this sometimes. Too much distraction recently. But anyway, I will get back to you. Good. I mean, thanks for reminding me, in a way.
Yeah, it looks great. I think I've seen that before, but I'm not sure where. Some great sprite art.
How about we play the Triple I trailer once on stream? I mean, once Triple I happened, right?
Do you mean the
Not right now, right? Because
the teaser trailer or
the
what?
teaser trailer from Triple
Like
I.
the one that Yeah, the one that Triple I already posted.
I mean, sure, we can show that one. The other one is off limits, obviously.
Which other one? There is no other one.
We already announced there is a triple. It's no secret. Alabaster Dawn will be at the Triple I initiative in April. So
when people forget, they are more hyped when it happens.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like there's actually no Alabaster Dawn in here, unfortunately. I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming on the freaking Twitch stream. It's getting worse, and I'm sorry.
You will never be a HoloLive VTuber like that.
So yeah, every time I tell people we will be at Triple I, they ask me what is Triple I. So it's like a Nintendo Direct only with indies, and yeah, it's mostly just a bunch of trailers.
I mean, shouldn't they just be called Wii? Because it's multiple number of eyes, and that's a Wii in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. The Wii.
Not the console.
Just
Not
Wii.
the console.
The Wii showcase.
Yeah, the Wii showcase.
Damn, I was in high school the last time I watched an RFG stream back in early access. Now I feel old.
That might.
Okay.
Damn.
So, let me quickly go over. We got a few more subscriptions. One by Starby, who subscribed, I think for the first time, if I see this correctly. Thank you. From Pyro Corbett, who subscribed for 48 months already. Thank you so much. Then we got one from Dooms0527. Thank you. And now another one by iRobin591 for 46 months. Thank you so much. 89 months in total. There's so many people with 89 months. Dang it.
It's like the OGs.
Yeah, they didn't pick any Alabaster Dawn footage. That might be because we sent them like a work in progress trailer, and it was not very polished. We actually worked very hard in the last week to get it on a good shape, so maybe that's why they didn't really use much of it. At least I can understand why that is the case, but I'm actually quite happy with how the trailer turned out, but yeah, you will see.
At least we are our logo is in the list.
Yeah. You can see here somewhere very short. Look, it's there's games featuring those, and there we are. Look, it's us. It's official. Ready Fish Games. So.
Damn, I'm currently watching the Shade Protocol Kickstarter trailer, and that sure has some really interesting puzzle mechanics. Or platformer. Oh hey, Jack Crosscode Morant is also here.
Jack Roscoe Morant, yes, hello. Any progress on the Easter egg of that one guy who plays for the Memphis Grizzlies? What are the Memphis Grizzlies? Regardless, you know I love you so very much, Mr. Radical Fish Game. Thank you. I love you too, I think. So, it stinks I'm not gonna be able to catch the Triple I stream, but I hope everybody has fun. That's unfortunate, but I mean, you can watch it later. I mean, you don't have to see it at them. I mean, I very often just miss Nintendo Directs and watch them sometime later. At least that's what I do sometimes.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I very rarely watch them live.
If it's a Triple I initiative, does it make it the Quadruple I? Yeah, because Triple I should already has, like, there's another I in there, so... Sometimes I think they have chosen this name to make like how many eyes can you get in the least amount of characters, because it's not just
Yep.
triple I, there's also like initiative, so which also have a lot of eyes. So
Yep.
I think 89
They
months
could've-
is yeah, I guess that's why 89 months. Yeah.
They could have also called it the Triple I Initiative.
Mhm. Hello, first time catch you live. I want to say thank you for all your hard work and game experiences gifted us, says guest KP. Thank you so much for the nice words. Okay, so so what did we want to do today? I wanted to work on enemies and combat arts. So
Yep.
and I will start by just polishing some enemy attacks. It's this enemy here. It's mostly about polishing because roughly the enemy has already been implemented. I just want to tweak a few things.
I wonder what you can even tweak with that thing.
There's so many things, Hannah. If you want, I can comment on everything. in
Okay,
detail.
try it, Felix. Try it.
Look, for instance, this attack that I'm currently playing that you will see in 10 seconds or so. There's like, it goes backwards, but it kind of like goes backwards and then it shoots. And that's weird
That's true.
because the
That's
knockback
really
should
weird.
happen at the same time.
Yeah.
And
that's
also
really
like
weird.
the effect is, it's a discharge effect and not a shot effect, but it's used like a shot effect. So that's something I want to tweak.
Damn it. Who would do it like that? It's so
I don't
messed
know,
up.
Hannah. Somebody.
I assume the person who did that like a long time ago and then said, "Oh,
Oh,
this will get polished later."
I will lower the music, sorry. Yeah, if you have any
Yeah, music
comments
is too
about
loud.
the sound mixing, just let me know. So I just reduced the volume. Okay. Let me know if this is better. Discussions about a certain Easter egg, okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, working on this enemy here. Speaking of effects and timing of the shot, here's another attack where I want to do several things. First of all, like, you know, removing the very stealthy shadow. There's like a thing where the enemy flies up, flies down at the enemy, at the player, I mean, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, poor Juno always gets too many hits in these editors. It's a real problem. So, yeah, I will just start working on stuff. And yeah, the stream basics, obviously, if anybody here has any question about whatever, just feel free to ask in the chat. If you write at Fish Games, it might help us to spot it. But I'm actually not sure if I actually see it with my current setup in a different way. Will this game also be coming to the Wii U? Joking. Yeah, no. I'll be happy if we manage to port it to Switch, to be honest. It might be like a little bit more difficult compared to CrossCode because we actually do a lot of rendering stuff that might be too much for the Switch. But the Switch 2, on the other hand, I think is very realistic. Okay, let's go. This is here. Oh. Oh, okay, let's make this one a little bit shorter. I mean, we actually can reduce the friction here a little bit.
Whenever I see people asking for Alabaster Dawn on the Wii U, I have to think about how they apparently somehow managed to port like the first Black and White, like you know the Peter Molyneux game,
Yeah.
PlayStation 1. Somehow, I have no idea how it looked and how they did it, but apparently it existed.
How they ported what?
Black and White, like the Peter Molyneux God game.
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
had like
They ported for the Switch?
no, for the PS1.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know how well that looked, but
Okay. So just want to look at the frog for reference. How does the frog look like? Because he has also another. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I will just use the discharge from the frog because.
oh wait,
Okay.
apparently they cancelled the game. Okay, they did just I didn't. Maybe not. Can we get Alabaster Dawn in the Game Boy Advanced?
Nope. Okay. I think this we are getting somewhere. Okay.
I came to PC via Amiga, so I ended up playing a lot of Populous and Power Monger. Yeah, that's the mood. At least the Populous and Power Monger thing. So I played Populous on the Super Nintendo back in the day.
I'm just gonna change this.
When you design your enemies, is it more important to your team for them to fit the theme of the area, or to have a new interesting combat styles? I mean, usually we try to do both because they are not really exclusive.
To have a new
Like
interesting
usually-
combat styles. Usually we start by just designing enemy designs that sort of fit the area. That's usually how we start. So things feel, fitting, like putting penguins on a mountain. That's what we did in Crosscode. And yeah, that was actually, that's how we start. And then we kind of think about ways on how we can tweak this to make the mechanics more varied, because I think in practice you can take any design and sort of tweak it and frame it in a way that there's some different mechanics, because mechanics are not so much about the design and much more about the behavior. And you can't just obviously there's sometimes if you have like a very heavy enemy, you kind of make it very fast paced, it will not fit. But I mean, there's like a lot of ways how you can tweak the behavior to make things more interesting, I would say. At least that's how I see it. Okay, so let's see. This one is at the wrong spot. Butterfly bird. Let's see. How about on that Playdate console? What is Playdate? What? The desktop volume. You know what? Yeah, I will just.
I don't know what Playdate. It sounds familiar, but
Is this okay? I mean, I just reduce the desktop channel, which includes Discord right now. But you know what? I could just, because I think the biggest problem is not desktop. I think the problem is yeah, I think it's just the game is too loud. I can just tweak this here. So yeah, that should be better, I think.
What is this music even? Yeah.
I have no idea.
No playing? Solace by Aegis, which doesn't tell me anything.
The handheld with the little crank. What? Should I Google this or should I not?
It's not that. I mean, what I found doesn't look that bad. Looks like some very low resolution retro console. And you crank it to I see. Interesting.
I would say this enemy looks a little off. The spot on the head makes it look like the wings are directly clashing with the spots, which makes them look like eyes. If it's an insect dragonfly type. I mean, it's a Nyx creature, and Nyx creatures are supposed to be weird. In fact, the thing about Nyx creatures is they have the thing we call a Nyx eye, which is always like the more orange thing, for instance. But the thing is, not all Nyx eyes are eyes. Here, for instance, we decided, okay, let's just say that the whole head thing is, you know, it's just a huge Nyx eye. And for some reason, the wings are just attached to this. I mean, admittedly, it does look a little bit. We could work on the transition here a little bit, but I feel it's not a huge deal. So yeah, if it does look a little bit off, that's probably by intention. Solace, it's a classic ragtime song. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
sense.
put some playlists I found on SoundCloud. I don't know much about it.
Oh no, some playlists.
But yeah, the thing is, this red eye should always be on the eye thing, and right now it's at the tip of the thing. That's something I want to tweak. So let's see. So we need to be at upper. So the center is, that's center, okay. Okay, that's better. Anyway, now that you mention this, I'm a little bit annoyed by how the wings are. They seem a little bit off. I think they should be centered around. Let me see if I can tweak this a little bit. I think this is better. So now it really looks like it's centered around the marble, right? That's actually the way I imagined it. At least I think that was the idea anyway. The cool thing about animation system that we have is now, even though I moved the thing, it actually still looks all okay. So I just essentially tweaked the model. after we did all those animations. Anyway, so something I don't like is the way this is here just cut off. And I think that's mostly a graphics issue, so. And the good thing is, since those graphics support alpha channel, I can just add some transparent pixels here to kind of like smooth it into the marble. Into the, not marble, the Nyx eye thing. Okay, I need to be careful to not spoil stuff. It's always
Yep, very, very careful.
big problem. That map. No. Character. Enemies. Area. You do see all those file names, but it's fine. It's not butterfly bird. So here we go. So I will just take those colors, reduce the alpha, reduce this too, and let's see how that works. Such a game changer that you can just use a sprite, and you know, you can just select and paint colors with alpha, and alpha is just replaced. That's something that I didn't even know how much I missed this until I realized that you can do this with a sprite. It's really, really useful. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing I made the effort to actually switch to kind of like get independent from freaking Photoshop. Okay, so why? Oh no. Ah, it's actually working. Yeah, I can see it. It's working. Just need to tweak all the graphics. Yeah, it's now a little bit transparent. Yeah, something we can probably tweak a bit more. Just, you know, like a few more. Yeah, this is better. Okay. A color picker that picks all bytes of a color? I know, it's... How did they manage to do this? I wonder the same every day. Seems impossible. But they somehow did it. Yeah, it's such a cool editor. We just need to finally create some freaking content with it.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, we do. We are getting there. So, okay.
We don't do that much editor work these days.
Yeah, that's true. Even though I do have a few more features I'm supposed to create for the thing here. Okay, so that should work for now anyway. So, action.
Just makes a game with scraps in a cave or something, like Tony Stark did.
Okay, so now this is awkward, but I think I need to change the animation a little bit, actually. That's okay. I mean, I'm just gonna hack it real quickly, and then Javid can polish it again. That's good. Okay. Because the problem is, I want this one to... Actually, maybe I don't need to tweak anything. You know what? I will just remove the knockback, because those are not freaking rockets or bazookas. It's fine. it's just, they're just sparks. Because it's gonna shoot two after another, and I'm gonna use some longer shoot effect where I can, you know, it just summons an orb and then 2 projectiles fly out of the orb. And this way I can make 2 projectiles with different shoot timings, and it still looks feasible.
I mean, right now it even makes more sense when there's no knockback, thinking
Yeah.
about it, because the projectiles, they are
They
very
don't-
slow moving,
Yeah, yeah.
magical, and they also fly to the side a bit. so
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't really
doesn't make sense to have knockback. I think so too.
make such a non-tactical decision. Who would have done that?
I don't know. So, okay, I think the charge effect I will actually also do on the center. I think it works better there. Yeah, that's fine. It kind of like collects the energy around its center, and then I'll just spawn a small ether shooting orb at the tip, and the projectiles keep flying out, so that works. Okay. Why make a game when you can just make Tesh? Because, I mean, Tesh is hard to sell. That's just that's just the reality.
That's
And
true.
also, like, in the end, we do want to make a game. That's so. But, you know, making the Tesh is fun too. So,
And you can use tech to make a game.
yeah, we actually want to not redo all the tech for the next project. I really don't want to do this again. Honestly, I hope that we can just reuse.
We'll just reuse everything one-to-one.
I mean, just reuse the engine, obviously new assets, new story, everything. But I think it's fine. We can probably create 2 or 3 games in this kind of style. I hope.
Mhm. I mean, it's already a big plus that you can like reuse those very general editors, like for visual stuff, for example,
Yeah.
like animations editor and effect editors. That should be pretty much the same in all games of that style.
Mm.
Random track from Bray. That's a really weird playlist. Yeah, I think it's called relaxing video game music.
Yeah. I can give you a link. Stream.
I could check it out in log in
Here
with
you
Discord.
go. So that's I'll just post a link here. Just an easy quick switch to web GPU. I mean, yeah, that's probably the only thing I would try to change, just switching to web GPU, and that's actually probably not a small change. But that probably would be worth it.
We have Maple Story, Skyward Sword, Empire City Night, Pokemon XY, Tour of Venice.
I'm sorry. I just played the music here in SoundCloud on full volume. With full volume. It's
okay, I didn't even.
I'm sorry. You didn't hear that. Yeah. Okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles. Professor Layton. Mass Effect.
That's actually the kind of thing I need, just different sounds, because it sounds way too hard. Butterfly. Shoot. Okay, let's just... Okay, let's recolor things. Boop. Okay. Yucky. That works. Light. Not so huge, please. Also no darkness, please. Okay, also no blur. Also no screen shake. Okay, just keep it simple. And this one, maybe I'll just remove this effect. Instead, I'm gonna use small dots spark with some delta. Why do I not see anything? Because I disabled this. Okay, this explains everything. Do not randomly rotate. Thank you. And I should really use sphere. Okay. 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 So okay, this looks better. Okay. And flip. Here we go. Let's make this a little bit more smooth. Okay, maybe not quite as bright after all. Okay. Nice. So we got ourselves a little sparky orb here. Let's put this at the front of the tip. So I just need to add the proper hook to the animation. So right now, yeah, the hook is here. I will just put the hook, like I will add the timing so it happens the right moment, like here. And okay, I think I will tweak the animation a little bit after all. I'll just keep this one a little bit more forwarded so it's kind of like it stays a little bit longer at the same space and then it goes back. That way it's okay, so there's some time to there's some time frame where it can shoot multiple projectiles. This music seems very familiar. What is this?
It is obviously.
Is this Maple Story?
Yeah, it might be Maple Story. I saw Maple Story earlier.
I think
that's the blood.
This is. I actually played this. Not very long, too. But I did play it.
We played it for a bit. I remember that.
Did we play it together? I don't remember.
Yeah, we played it a bit together, but that must be almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah, it's forever.
I'm surprised that you remember music from that game, but maybe you.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to remember music a lot better than a lot of other things. Like I'm horrible with texts or like quotes and stuff like this, but I'm very, very good with music for some reason.
Yeah, it happens to me sometimes, but I assume maybe you listen to the music here and there in some playlists?
No, really? Never.
Because that's something that people like do with the Ragnarok music, for example.
Yeah, I mean, Ragnarok music I did hear a little bit more often, but Maple Story music I can't remember, but somehow I still remember this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, anyway. Okay, so here is the right frame. Here I want my hook. So the hooks that we have here, those are always about specifying where effects should be spawned. So we don't have to manually add positions, so we can always have those red circles and say, okay, just spawn the effect right here. Okay, so let's see if that works. Now I do a wait until hook ready, hook 1. Then I will just remove. Wait, I looked at this here. Attack can actually already happen here. And then I just spawn an effect, which is shoot. And it will be butterfly shoot. And this will actually go on for 0.4. Okay, just the right hook, please. Oh, there's like a hard reset to an idle here. We don't need this actually. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works, but the effect, I think it's not moving. It needs to move, I think, with the... Yeah, I need to move this, have this one move with the... Okay, no. Something about the position is off. Yeah, it's too far in front. Why is that? That is odd. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Oh, I get it. Here's the mistake, I think. The hook is fixed, not following. It needs to follow. That way it actually stays with the animation. And I probably make this a bit more static. So, okay. So, let's see how that looks. Nice. Okay. I like that. I don't like too much that the effect is behind the beak, so I will just tweak the Z order a little bit to hopefully move it in front. That's better. Nice. Okay. Okay, now this looks good to me.
Oh yeah,
I think the spark is a little bit too long, maybe a little bit shorter.
the shaking is really nice.
The funny thing about the shaking that actually added to the effect that the frog charge, it actually the discharge of the frog, I think, make it shake.
Right.
But yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It works. I like it.
It gives a nice additional telegraph, and also it's EVA, so you already associate it a bit with like jittering a bit.
I guess.
Yeah. Una will remember this, and at the end of development, she will have her revenge. Right, she will then just, in the editor, just look at the screen and then jump out of the screen.
Ah, look, it's actually already flying back when you're too close. Nice. With the friction, this is typical from a certain people in our team who always likes to love the low friction values. So people things just float around like.
We should all try to find the person who
did this today. I mean, a little friction's fine, but that was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
The problem
But
with
it
this
looks
is
so nice.
also that if you do it too much, then it actually finds a good spot, goes to the spot, and then just keeps moving, and maybe behind that spot is a fire hazard. You know? So that's why you shouldn't overdo it with friction.
Well, I guess it should be more careful then.
Yeah. Like, it should not rely too much on low friction movement.
That is true.
Kila should be 2 shot sounds. I mean, something we could try to do is just actually do 2 shots. Let me see, what's the timing delta? 0.3 seconds. Maybe I can make this a little bit. Okay. I mean, I personally feel it's fine if there's only 1 shoot sound. Because the good thing about this, I mean, it's kind of like this logic. You have like 1 orb and then there's things coming out of it. It's a little bit because, yeah, you know what? I don't want to have shoot sounds because since they're so slow, I don't think there is a loud sound when they're spawning. It's rather they're just emerging out of the orb. Something I would do instead is just make the orb maybe give it like a bit of a longer sound, that there's something in there that repeats. That's something that might be missing. So maybe more like this maybe. We probably have spark sounds, right?
Good. I think so.
I think we have those, so just need to find them. Ether. That's actually a hit sound, yeah. So, let's see. So if I just make this... Yeah, a little bit like this. Yeah, I'm still not happy with that sound. What else do we have? I get the feeling we still need more shoot sounds actually. We don't have too many. A lot of them sound too much like actual spit, maybe. Too many loud sounds.
It's a good stream for headphone users. It's a new ASMR shooting sounds. They're very
Alright.
loud.
Okay, I added 2 shoot sounds after all. Maybe I'll just add some... Yeah, this is actually nice here. This longer spout thing. Yeah. Actually, this shoot sound actually doesn't sound too fitting. Maybe I can use another one. This one is actually good, just has too much of a delay, so... Oh, it's not rotated. That explains something. I like this more. It's a bit more. Okay. Okay. I need to stop polishing. Okay, this works for now. There's always a problem, you can just keep going. And then at some point it's kind of pointless.
That's true.
Okay. So now this attack. The attack's under.
Perfect.
No. So first of all, The aiming. I want the aiming to be below thing, not at the target. Here. Z base. Okay. Okay, let's do this a little bit later. Or maybe some delay, but not. Okay. Then we have point approach. Plus point approach. I think it can be quick actually, it doesn't have to be that slow.
You mean the flying up and down, or?
Yeah, I'm currently thinking about how the movement should work. I mean, we can do it like with the frog actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, this is
Except the frog, of course, was not as not floating super high.
yeah. Just want to see how the movement was. It was also point approach.
I think I used it as a base back then, but
I think the problem is just that the maximum speed. Oh no, there's another point approach afterwards, which is. I think I'll just remove this one. Okay, distance should be very low. Okay, why is it so fast? I think the maximum speed is... Yeah, I think the maximum speed is to be lower. Oh yeah, it's relative to... So let's say it's like 0.7. Okay, that sounds good. Okay. Okay, now let's have a walk. Yeah. And when I run, what happens? Oh. What is the target? Oh, that's... I think the target follow should be more quicker. Just when going down, it should be reduced. And going down. Oh, that's already happening. Okay. Something we should do, I think, which would be interesting. It tries to get close, and before it comes down, it just stops for a moment. And then we play like a sound of kind of like a bird sound, warning you that now it will dive.
Yeah, and that sounds
I think that would
sounds
be
good.
interesting. It's kind of like the discharge because the thing will be very quick. Dip, bong. It kind of like gives you like a moment to see, okay, now is a good time to dodge. Because if you dodge in this moment, then you will likely... Right, I just need to reduce the adjustment as before the wait time. And then... Yeah, I just need to reduce it not quite as much because it's fine. Yeah, it's actually fine that you can dodge this one by just running.
Mhm.
In general, like most of the enemies for the first few chapters, I think it's fine if attacks can be dodged by just running. It's just that for later enemies we might want to be a bit more strict. Okay.
I think crosscode was way harsher with the hedgehogs in the first area. I think you needed to actually dodge
Just
those.
remove all indicators and add the text holds like in Steam. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Right.
But I mean, actually, I know Stefan was thinking about adding an option to disable those. If you feel like you don't need those. If you hate fun, then yes. You can disable those.
You like the mystery of games.
Hmm. So...
But I think especially for this one, it's okay if you can dodge by simply running, because he also has like this after thing. With the
Yeah,
lightning
that's true. That's true
everything.
as well. Like, it's not just a single hit attack, it's actually a 2-hit attack.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I actually wanted to make the initial hit circle smaller. I think that was a little bit the idea. So it's actually kind of easy to dodge the initial thing. But the twist is that, like, yeah, maybe just make it like this. If you, okay, there's nothing, and then this happens. So it's kind of like a little bit of a surprise, right? So if you, okay, it's just a small projector, and then there's a lightning strike that happens after this. So if you, this is a little bit, you know, more unexpected in a way. Get like the small collision and then the big one. Small hitbox and then the big hitbox. Yeah, I like this. I can't believe Alabaster Dawn is dodge slop. Is dodge slop
Dodge
now a game?
Everything is slop these days. There's dodge slop, there's friend slop.
So it's even quality slop, I understood. Yeah.
Yeah, quality slop, movement slop.
Mm.
There's a lot of slop.
I mean, we do have bonfires, I guess, yeah. Welcome back.
Mhm. RPGs.
Okay, so next I want to look at this Ether Axle Down Big. By the way, and it's fine if you just name those after the enemies. I think it's, in the end, it's...
E for Axel down. Yeah, you told me that.
Because in the end, you
so-
tend to use this only per enemy, and that way you know exactly for which enemy it is.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for instance, now I used some frog things, and I will just keep them as long as I think they work. I will just keep the same. But if I think I need to modify it, then I just copy them and just rename the butterfly.
But our game will become way too big through those effect datas and anime.
I don't think so. If you, once every time we have another music track, we have like, I think, the combined memory of all effects
Yeah.
on it again.
Yeah, you told me that a few times ago, but reminder, when I made those effects, that was like at least a year ago, I think.
Oh.
Okay, right. I renamed that as a more general with a more generalist name, because I thought, yeah, I mean, like Axle down thingies are very basic generalist effects that I
What?
might use for other things.
What?
Maybe. You don't think
Okay. Oh my gosh. Why is it... There's like... You know, there's a normal movement, right?
so? I might not have known back then.
Okay. But anyway, I just... Actually, it's better to just have no movement here. Just keep it simple. You can even... So, by shortening, normal
You mean
scaling,
that the... Oh yeah, okay. Right, because the
make it
movement
sheer
will
flat.
automatically happen. Will automatically
Yeah,
happen.
because it automatically happens. So you get like some very...
Yeah.
And you can always use, if you want to make something perspectively correct, you can always use Y shortening.
That's true.
Just set to 4 and then it's... that also means in that moment you can also rotate it and it looks correct. So... Okay, let's see. Butterfly trail. Wait. Also, this isn't shoot. Why? This is not... This is a trail effect. Come on.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So, this is a trail effect.
It's very in the middle. No, it's actually a trail effect. It's right. It's correct.
Oh, why is this so... Oh, okay. Let's see. There's like a gap. I don't like this. Oh, it's because, yeah, it's not actually a looping effect. So, okay. Loop start. I mean, our effect system is really complicated and I need to do some tutorials at some point.
I mean, at this point, I feel that I've learned like a lot of it already.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But yeah.
Okay, what I wanted to do is use fading. I want to hide the thing. I don't want to see that shadow. This one is actually bugging me a little bit.
Yeah, the shadow is a bit irritating.
Okay, let's see. Fade. There's like...
So you want to make it fade 0?
Mm-hmm. Pure NPC, I think that's the one. It's a confusing name, but I think it does what I want.
Oh, you want to fade the entire thing when it's out of screen?
Yeah.
The shadow is gone.
I think it's not what I wanted. Yeah,
should it be hide or something, or what do you?
The thing about hiding is. It's
By the way,
it's not doing like hide and show are both effects that you play in the beginning and the end when an entity is showing up. You fade it in and then you fade it out. But I want this an effect that while the effect is playing, it's hidden. And I don't think we have this actually. So
can't you just use like hide instant or something?
No, this is. I mean, yes, but this is instant and it doesn't look good.
I see.
I think I will... Actually, hide instant is good. I would just call it hide smooth. And I would just say there's like a fading, which is some value here. Let's see. Okay, this works actually.
By the way, we got a new subscription by Silver Cheers. It's not new actually. It's for the 54th month. And
wow, thank you.
They say loving the lightning effects.
Thank you. I mean,
yes, there's a lot of lightning effects and EVA effects and everything.
What kind of stuff really? Still not that smooth. I think I have to make it smoother. Yeah. Let's make 1 seconds. This is better. Okay. Okay, let's just add a delay here. Okay, works. This works. Nice. Okay. Actually, the fade out can be a bit shorter. Boom. I mean, yeah, I was just working on getting the shadow disappear smoothly. Roughly, at least. At some point, June just stops running because she gives up. And I don't know why that happened.
Is it maybe that the step is over? No, it wouldn't
No,
make
I
sense.
mean, this has nothing to do with the step. I don't know.
I'm tired. I don't want to anymore.
I give up. Maybe it is because of the step. Let me check.
Face? Or the face, maybe?
No. Post attack, you mean that stops because of post attack?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't think so. Ah, it's weird. Ah, never mind. It's not important right now.
I mean, we're just gonna assume that the real player will not just stop moving.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Better this way. Whatever happened to the banner and sound effect that used to play when someone subscribed? Yeah, because my old streaming machine broke down. I had to reinstall everything and I forgot about reinstalling this part. So I still need to do this for the next time. When it diving down, briefly zips up and plays this splash animation. Let me see. Yeah, I still want to work on the end. Actually, it's not done yet. Still, what kind of? So, I mean, I don't really see what you mean with the splash animation, right? The way it's supposed to work is like it's supposed to hit the ground, then actually charge up the ground, go up again, and then the lightning strike is supposed to follow you and explode. But right now the effects are all a little bit too much. I feel like the actual dive should be more subtle, I think, and then The lightning strike should in fact have a bit of a wind up, I think.
Mhm.
That's this one here. And the effect should be a lot more subtle too. Currently just reuses some fish effects here.
That's true.
And I think I wanted to... there's no delay option here. Too bad. Yeah, I think it's mostly about just tweaking the effects. Let's see, I will just slow down. So here we see what happens. Oh yeah, actually... I think that's a problem with the animation. That's something we need to... And didn't even see this, but yeah. It's kind of like... Okay, let's look at this. So we have fly up, down. Oh. So... What is even the animation that's... What is the animation that's shown here when it comes down? It's still flying up, isn't it? Attack... Oh, there is an attack fly down. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, attack, fly down. Oh, wait, no, it's not repeating, huh? No, I'm actually really confused. Oh no, okay, okay. Attack, thunder, start, dive. I almost got it, okay. Okay. Fly up. Dive. Okay, I think the dive's not supposed to be used. So, really, the up and the down, I think I just need to modify this one. The fly down.
But those already got polished by Javid, right?
Yeah, it's just that he kind of like structured in a way that we can't use. So, but it's not a big issue. I just need to modify things a little bit. So this one just goes down like this. You actually don't see the transition. So we can just start with this frame. And then it just... We can make this one even more bouncy actually, I think. Can at least try. Boop. Boop. So this... Okay, this is actually the land here. Attack, fly, land. And then we have the deflect, fly down, which is actually just a frame. Just this, nothing more. Just looks like this. Up, down. Then we have the land. Plop, pop. So, and I want to make this one a little bit stronger. Maybe a little bit. Also, I want this to really be stuck in the ground, actually. Which is a little bit tricky because of the offset stuff, but it's... Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay. It's actually fine. I'm just gonna spawn an effect on there anyway. So that will probably solve this. I kind of would like to tweak the wings a little bit so you can actually see things from the side. Okay. Okay, we have a flight on that stuck. I think this one can probably this attacks under start and dive is actually something what's actually the charge currently looking like. So you do use the attacks under start and then you just dive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe just make an interpolation here. Okay. Okay. A bit more wind, actually. Oh yeah. Just trying to give it more of a wind up before it unstucks itself. Maybe we can just, you know, I could just use the tail for an extra. That's Xenoblade, right?
That's Xenoblade. That's definitely Xenoblade.
Yeah. So let's just say, so on that.
It's one of those dramatic, sad things happen.
No, I think it's actually not. I think it's just a sound for one of the areas, I think.
Right. But
This lake.
might actually... I think it's also Wait. Isn't it? It's a good question. Let me just check.
I think it's the lake song.
Yeah, true. It's the lake song at night, but
it's called Sorrow. Okay, maybe it's not.
Okay, maybe it's not. But I know what you mean, because the lake song at night sounds very similar, I think. No, I think that's the one where that usually plays when Shulk bonds with one of the villains and then talks about how they don't have to kill each other or something.
Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, this looks better. Okay, now we need to hit like an hook. First I thought that was Dr. Layton, but I think it's Xenoblade again, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's Professor Layton, I think. I saw it earlier in
Oh,
the...
okay. It is
This-
actually. Okay.
Do they share composers? I don't think so.
No, I think there was like one song in Xenoblade that sounded a bit like this.
Like one of the village themes, I guess.
No, one of the battle themes actually, but it's more like the
Oh,
melody.
yeah.
Oh, Deke has gone now. Bye bye.
Bye, Deke.
Yes, I didn't see that.
This is a nice track, though.
Hmm.
By the way,
Hmm.
careful some off-topic.
No.
Okay. It's not anime or VTubers, it's not 10 yet. I just wanted to brag that we finished another old school RPG recently. in
Oh yeah,
our
we did. Yeah.
Office, yeah. So, care to... it's actually a shame that Deke isn't here anymore, because I feel
Yeah.
she might have... I don't know if she ever played Evermore, but... anyway. Your review of Secret of Evermore?
Well, it didn't age that well. As many of
I mean,
those
some-
games.
Some aspects were impressive, I think, and very creative in a fun way. However, in some aspects, in other aspects, it was just very plagued by the troll design of that time that I feel especially some Western developers really liked.
Yeah.
And also the enemy design, dungeon design, enemy hitboxes, evasion scores, stuff like that. And of course the way you leveled your weapons. As in, not at all, if your dog kills everything for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
Still a fun game in many ways, but it gets a bit tiresome towards the end.
Hmm.
And we also totally beat another game at the same day.
Totally did that. Yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
From start
yeah.
to finish.
From start to finish. Yeah, thing is, I brought my old N64 from my family and put it in the office. So after we finally beat Secret of Evermore, I was like, yeah, hey, let's check out Super Mario 64. Woohoo, wahaha.
Mm-hmm.
And check how well we can still deal with the controls, like 2 decades later.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
actually, it's still good. It controls really well, at least on original hardware.
Yeah.
You just have to get used to the sluggishness Like to the time Mario usually needs to like accelerate and stuff.
Mm.
But I mean that it's not bad. It's just unusual for today's time.
No,
I
it's
think.
just the game, how the game was designed.
Yeah. And it had like a really nice variety of like jumping moves and stuff like that. So nice.
Mm.
And yeah, we played around a bit in some levels, and then we tried the last level, like the end boss level, and then we beat the end boss after some tries. It's very satisfying. It still got it at our advanced age.
Okay, gonna add some. So first I actually want to make this one fly up faster. I think I would just change the gravity. I'm not sure that was actually changed. I would just make it 2. And then I'll just make the Z value a lot higher, 80. Actually, double gravity doesn't mean you can use double the velocity. Somehow, the way those values work is weird.
Okay.
So I just want to make tweak the trail a bit more. Yeah. Like this. It's weird. It shouldn't look like this. I'm a little bit confused. Why does this... Okay, Okay. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. Fading was very strong. Okay. No, this is not what I had in mind. Okay. Because we don't need so many. Just 3 should be enough. Okay.
You know speedrun training.
Yeah. She's trying to go really fast.
Not sure what I just stumbled upon. I mean, if you mean the stream, then you're stumbling upon effect polishing in a video game.
That is, we are currently polishing effects here. That's right. Okay, maybe I can actually make those rotate a little bit. Hee. Then we get those fancy effects. Actually, they should all have the same distance. Oh my god, there's expand. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, this is better. Now we are talking. Okay. Let's see how that looks in practice. Yeah. No. Actually, it's not that bad. I think... Oh, yeah. Let's make this one thunder themed. I think that's an idea. Okay. Instead of this one, we will use bolt. Yeah, maybe just a small one. Filter, not quite as much. More closer. Then rotation, maybe slower after all. Then make this one bold colored. More brighter, please. Bolts needs to be bright. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's see. Bit more closer. Very fast rotating after all. Let's see. Oh yeah. More smooth. They're already smooth. That's sharp then, okay. And then make this one more scaled. Okay, and then very important. Yeah, just make them longer. Let's hope they're not getting cancelled. I think it's because, yeah, those should not be cancelled. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. Boom. Actually, you know what? I will actually do this and do not use these in it. Just make a fixed wait time. Because doesn't actually have to. In fact, the gravity factor can be 0. And then here. That's also why I don't want to have a repeating sound, because it kind of... Because we play the sound with the position of an entity that's moving off screen, you actually hear how it gets silent too quickly. And so just having a short whoosh sound in the beginning probably will fit easier. Okay, that effect makes so much more sense in the vertical axis. Yeah, I think so too. Okay. 2 journals on screen, multiplayer confirmed. No.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, goodbye Flora.
Bye, Laura.
Okay, so there was a question, what's a game you feel deeply inspired by, even if it didn't directly inspire Crosscode Alabaster Dawn? What is a game we are deeply inspired by? Probably depends on the team member.
Yep.
Paradigma was like an old game that had an impact, definitely. Xenoblade had a big impact on me, but weirdly enough, I'm actually not so much a big fan from the games that came after this. Somehow, never finished Xenoblade 2 and 3. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not even
it's-
sure I would still like the first one that much if I would play it again. But back then it was really cool because it was a JRPG with a really good, like a very good exploration aspect. Like you actually had a world that it was fun to explore, and that was, for JRPGs, that was something very new back then. I thought, and was a very good game in many ways actually.
Also, don't forget that Secret of Evermore inspired us for the trading system.
Yeah, for the trading system. I mean, in practice, we assemble a lot of ideas from games we played in the past. That's how it works usually. Like Chrono Cross is actually to some extent a big inspiration to me because it showed me that an SP system is like nice. Like instead of having MP, you have like points that you collect during the fight and then you expend those to use your special moves. That's something that Chrono Cross did. At least was one of the first games where I saw this being done, and that's why it's also an inspiration for me. I did like Vagrant Story in many ways. Vagrant Story.
Yeah.
Very good game, I think. 5Z Tactics to some extent. Xenogears was a big inspiration for me, story-wise, back then when I played it. Valkyrie Profile is a big inspiration for me. That was like one game that I really enjoyed back then, even though the gameplay was sort of broken, but just the way they did like the way the story worked and the way the world was portrayed was just really cool. I think it's
And also, the gameplay was really only broken when you like knew how to break it.
yeah, but you kind of figured this out over time. And
Yeah, I think you figured it out.
It wasn't that hard, but
You figured it out easier than how to get the how to get the true ending. So
the true ending you could find this without a guide. It's like almost
It's impossible.
impossible. It's ridiculous. But yeah, those were like a lot of the games that that I enjoyed a lot. I cannot really speak for the whole team. I know that Kingdom Hearts is a big inspiration for us, mostly for Stefan, my colleague. He's a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, and I also played like the first 2 games, and they definitely have very cool gameplay. That's for sure. Stuff like Devil May Cry definitely had an impact on us. And yeah, it's to me it's really hard to just name one game because we just tend to mix things a lot.
Hey fellas, do you know where to find the door to darkness?
Oh yeah. Something that I found really impressive about Kingdom Hearts personally is not just, the combat was really fun, but the way the game sometimes used animations, camera movement, and all of this put together was just really, really well done at times. It's Square Enix really nailed this for some. I mean, starting from some point, they just got really good at this. It's just a shame. Just a shame that the writing just went downhill at some point, really badly. Like one game where this whole thing peaked, in my opinion, is 5.13, because this game, it had a lot of stuff going for it in terms of visual things. Not just that, of course, the graphics were really nice, but just the way the attack animations looked, the motion and everything, the camera movement, the effects. I actually really loved all of this, but the writing was so bad that I couldn't play this game. It was impossible for me. It's just, it was so bad. Really, even today when I see clips from it, I just always keep remembering, okay, yeah, that's why I never could play this game for too long. And I have to say, it really got a lot better since then, because I can play like the 5AZ 7 remakes. They're a lot better writing, in terms of writing, in my opinion. Same for 5AZ 16, which is one I actually played. Like the writing wasn't too bad. The overall story was not too amazing, but I had a fun time playing it still, despite all this. I have to admit. Yeah, so I think they got better at it again, but 13 was really weird in a way. Just like the way those people talked, it was so horrible in my opinion.
Worst birthday ever.
Yeah, worst birthday ever. It was not, I think it was not just the text itself, but just the way some of those lines were delivered and just the whole context. Essentially, a comparison I always like to make is like all the dialogues are just condensed into a way to seem just really, really catchy. Like artificially catchy, cool sounding, very, very short in fact. Usually I do like short writing, but 5.13 kind of like condensed things in a way that felt really weird. Like people don't talk this way, and they always kind of use certain buzzwords. And there's this one cutscene that's like somebody posted in our Discord saying, hey, this UI stuff is really cool. And I agree, the UI in FF13 was really cool. But the dialogue, like the context, let me try to explain how this was. There was like this one guy, like this one, his name I think is Snow. Like he's the big hero.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I think it was like in one moment where he sort of lost motivation and like didn't know what to do and was kind of like giving up. And then comes the other character, Hope, which is a really annoying character. And the thing they says is always the hero. Always the hero. That's what he says. Why? I mean, he's there, he's giving up. That's not very hero. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you say this?
Okay.
And then he says, you want to die? You can't. I won't let you. And then he just protects him. That's like, okay, you don't want to die. You want to die? You can't. You can't die because I will protect you. And I don't know, just the way those dialogues flow. It's just so weird. The game is full of this. It's painful. Anyway, that's enough ranting about Square Enix. I've done this. I feel like 100 times I've done this on this stream.
Yeah, but it's funny because I really like Lightning's voice actress in hindsight.
They're good voice actors. That's not
Yeah,
the problem.
absolutely.
It's just the writing is. It's just the worst in my opinion.
Yeah, because she also voiced a really nicely sounding character in Arknights, for example.
No,
So
but
I
it's
really
not
like-
a trauma. I actually like ranting about this. It's fine. I kind of enjoy this. But yeah,
Sometimes-
but the funny thing, going back to writing again, if you take games like Vagrant Story or Final Fantasy Tactics, those games had incredible good writing, in my opinion. Just the way the dialogues flowed, the way things were delivered, the mystery they built it. Those games were really good at that time. Like that was just really peak Square Enix writing, in my opinion. And then somehow all that got lost. Like something, they just moved in a different direction. I feel like the vision changed somehow in a way that I really didn't like. Yeah. So, 2 hours passed. What did we do? A nice thunder effect. Okay. I will change the effect now. Okay. Also, I will add some... Give me a moment. There is like a fly fish. I think I need to look at the fly fish because the intro action is very good for this. Here. So I need this dust circle. This is something I need. Oh, here I actually used 2 dust circles. That's something we don't need to do anymore.
Oh, nice.
Because now you can have ring offsets and all this. And make this a lot easier. Okay. So stop, Juno. Okay. So let's just make this a bit more. Say, okay, expand, run ring. Okay. Okay, maybe a bit closer. Okay, okay. Actually just pushing this and stuff where I'm not supposed to. It's here. But the sound here, the deep, that one works, I think. So I will just remove this. Maybe you can have 1 in the beginning. I think we do have action, hit, impact, whoosh, sweeps, ether. Look, we do have the ether sweep sounds. Those we can actually use too.
Okay.
This one is just cut off. I just think I need to not have those attached. Okay, this is kind of tricky. Book this into jump. Butterfly. Dive start. Because this effect needs to be spawned at the bottom and not move with the entity. Otherwise the sounds get cut off because they move off screen. And that doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, true. It's a bit irritating.
So let's just see. Actually, make it like a tone. It could be a little bit smaller. So. I think you can. Text and start. Jump. Okay, Z base, fix position, 0. Okay, this works better. Whoop. Okay. Get the feeling the start could need a bit more impact. So let's add like a small decal circle. Oh, here we go. Let's make a small delay. I think, oh yeah, the deep thing needs to be more snappy actually. Okay, so it's on a shocking theme. Not quite as big. Smaller beginning. So, hi Stefan. Five Tactics was just incredibly superior to so many games of the area. Yeah, it was quite kind of special. It was very different from the other Final Fantasies, that's for sure. Peak Square Enix cringe dialogue is Advent Children.
True.
That's true, I think. Another game that I really didn't like around this time was what was the spin-off from Final Fantasy VII with Zack?
In the Crisis Core?
Crisis Core. That was another game where I felt the dialogue was just really bad. I didn't play it that much though.
That was also like voiced, right?
Hmm?
That was also voiced, right?
Yeah, it had voice acting.
Yeah, maybe when they had voice acting, first of all, you feel the cringe more, and
I
secondly,
don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Yeah, but maybe it's also
if you
because
would
they had voice
if you give
acting-
Vagrant Story voice acting, it would not be like this, Hannah. Definitely
yeah, it's true.
not.
It's true, but it first of all it amplifies cringe, but secondly also because they had voice acting, they might have written the lines more with snappy voice acting in mind, like and then it turned cringe because they thought of like very cringe style of voice acting. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's mostly because they had a certain style in mind and I just really didn't like the style. So I don't even think it's necessarily because they're just bad writers. I think they just had a certain vision on how to do dialogues and I just hated that. Like in the end, writing is to some extent is always subjective. So that this is all I'm talking about is mostly just my opinion, obviously.
It's just man.
Yeah, it's possible that Crisis Core had some good storylines. Because again, I didn't play the game that much. I just know that it had like a few scenes where I also just really didn't like the way characters talked. How you doing? I played the demo of Alabaster Dawn. Look really forward to the full release. Thank you. Oh, Hobby the Fool actually rated us. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we really need those notifications, so I notice these kind of things. I'm sorry. It's just.
I loved the writing in Grandia, but the voice acting was weird there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grandia was kind of. I like Grandia from what I remember at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the first one. It had like some. It was hit and miss. Let's put it this way for the voice acting. At least the English one. The German parts it had in Germany were like all missed. It was very weird because you had like 99% of the voice acting for the German Grandia version was English, but then they suddenly had like really unprofessional German voice acting in like the cutscenes because they couldn't do subtitles. I guess they couldn't expect those German players to understand that English that they talked without sub. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, it had charm, I think, the Grandia voice acting. Like, of course, you had like very anime children talking, but I mean, that was part of the charm.
Oh my god. What is this?
Yeah, dust.
The dust is doing weird stuff. I think I know why this might happen. Oof. Yeah, this works. Done.
Yeah, burn, right.
Nice.
Burn was like the first level fire spell in Grandia, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of visual novel, so it's not actually a visual novel. I watched like the recent, or rather, I watched the first season or core or whatever of Fate Strange Fake, which ran this season, and it sure was very strange and fake. Strange, yes. No, it was really fun actually. It has some really, really good animation. They like all the character motivations colliding and everything. It's really nice. And it's everything happens in America. It's very it's very funny. You always get jump scared by the American flag when it was the opening starts. Yes, and also nods to all the other works. They literally had like some iconic scene from Fate Zero, like the scene where the three kings were having a drink together, basically. You might remember that, Felix, because you really liked the philosophy debate in that episode. Sarcasm. They basically replicated that scene, or at least part of it, but in the completely different art style of that series. And it's really fun to see them side by side. And also, it had like a really nice Club Shito moment for me. You know, when they just reference some character and say that he's like super important, and I'm like, who the hell is that guy? Because it's like, I think it's like some character from the Tsukihime side of Type Moon or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, who is that? He gets shown, his name gets mentioned. Everyone is like, what, that guy? And I'm like, okay. Yeah, a bit of Baileys. I can see that people like you are like, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio point. I mean, that's me too for some other references, but not for that one. One question. Will there be a table I can sit on in Alabaster Dawn? I mean, like you or a table?
Sit on a table. We will see.
A bit of Baileys. Is the novel actually finished? Because I recently hear that the last volume is either coming soon or came out just recently. I'm not really sure if I remember. One of the support studios that worked on Fate Strange Fake animation is helping us with a 30-second trailer intro for our Kickstarter. The animation is so good.
Damn. That's quite...
I mean, that sounds quite professional and high grade. Because, I mean, again, the animation in Fate Strange Fake is really good. Like, it's has some of the most action scenes I've seen in, I would say, maybe not some time, but it's definitely up there. They reached out, we got lucky. Damn! I mean, that also speaks for your reputation that a studio like that reached out. Funny, the animation is the least I care about in that show. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's... I also think that's the most interesting part of the show is just the plotting and the insanity that happens there, and also some of the character stuff. But I mean, when the battles happen, it's really nice what they do, and it also has some nice comedic animation here and there. It's like, Felix, have you watched Bakano back in the day?
I'm not sure I remember actually. What was
you would
Bakano
remember,
again?
That was like some gangster show that is really full of like crazy characters, and it has like a very specific style of character writing that basically is what the director of the show was famous for. And he's also the one who wrote Strange Fake, which is why everyone says, oh yeah, it's basically Fate, but Bakano.
I see.
Durara, right. Durara as well. Or Durarara, basically.
And his favorite.
By Lady Gaga. The original story plot of Fate's Day and those prior ones were really exciting and interesting. I remember thinking, I wonder what historic figure this is before we all knew. Yeah, I get that. It's also always, I mean, that's always interesting in a new way for like every, I would say, good Fate show. Like, it was also really interesting for Fate Apocrypha, even though that show had some really stupid aspects. I did not watch the anime, but I love Shangri-La Frontier. Yeah, I've heard about that one. That's the one with the guy with the bird head, right?
Faster. Even more speed.
What is this track?
Nice.
Ah, it's Bravely Default. Damn, I don't remember that track. To be fair, I don't remember many tracks from the Bravely Default soundtrack, aside of course from the character tracks that played in battle when they did like their super move thingy. Yep, it's Bravely Default. Do I have a favorite anime? I mean, according to my anime list, it's actually Fate Zero, but I'm not sure if it's actually my all-time still relevant favorite anime, but it's definitely up there. And I guess you would also have to consider that I like ignored certain choices because those were manga adaptations that I would rather see them as my favorite manga than. Yeah, right. The Attack on Titan opening guy did the soundtrack for Bravely Default. And he also did a really big concert at some point and did like lyrical versions for a lot of tracks, including the character tracks, and some of them are really, really good. Yeah, with vocals, as you said. Right.
Let's just spawn those 80 particles twice, why not, you know?
Yeah, sure, why not? The exact same particles.
Yeah, exactly same, just twice. Oh, and you can take it.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, if you search it on YouTube, so you should actually find it. It's like, and a nice fun fact: Motoi Sakuraba, the Valkyrie Profile and many other games composer, was also part of that concert because he's in some way part of the Linked Horizon music project. Yeah, right. Luxendark Daikikyo. True. I think Motoi Sakuraba did keyboard for them for the concert.
Anime sounds. I do like those sounds, but they might be a little bit too much.
I can't hear them right now, but heavy. Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I can.
Yeah, but I mean, I do like the kind of characteristic they have.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially if you want to show something like, because it's, you know, piercing its thing in the ground, so makes sense that there's some sound like this.
It's piercing the ground with its elastic note.
Maybe it's not less elastic when it does this.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm a big sound rider.
So, okay, I need to add some more effects actually to make sure to show this. That is actually
Sound Horizon is really nice from what I hear. Crosscode was harder. Crosscode is actually not that hard, I think.
What was harder?
Whenever I play other games that are not crosscode, I think, man, these games are much harder than crosscode. Weird, isn't it? Crystal Project is like playing Crosscode New Game Plus Ice Physics Modifier.
What is Crystal Project?
I don't know. I have to. Yes, developer says my game is not hard.
Yeah, then. Yeah. Must be correct then, obviously.
It must be correct.
So.
Ah, okay. Crystal Project. I see. It's like. Okay. Interesting. So it's like some 2D HD or HD 2D game with it's not even that HD, it's just a 2D 3D thing with platforming. I see. Oh, that's interesting. Right, I have it on my wish list and following.
Interesting.
And I've never bought it, despite it being from 2022. Oh well. Is that by the same people that did cassette beats? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, I saw the poster on the wall. That looks familiar. In Felix's streaming room.
Yeah.
Yes. Stefan says, Felix, please water the plant.
You're right. I did actually recently. I think it still needs to recover.
Mm-hmm.
I am not very good at taking care of our plants. Neither is Parisa, so in our place plants are fucked. I'm sorry.
That's the problem with plants. They can't cry when they're hungry or thirsty.
Yeah. That's why things work slightly better with something. What is this? So many effects.
I know, right?
Who made this?
Get the feeling we're not gonna get to the combat art.
Nah, that's fine.
Such a shame. It's a fun combat art to show on stream.
That's true.
That is really silly.
And the surprise will be bigger when people actually play it.
Mm.
I think it's better this way.
That's the problem with plants. They can't cry when they're thirsty. You know, it puts it on a shirt. That's a good. Yeah, this is a good shirt slogan.
Okay, let's see. Why is this so... Oh, it's center. No, please. It's on the ground, not in center. Nice, it's better. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Let's...
Oh, that's Harvest Moon.
Mm.
I don't know if this is something you can answer, but in the universe between other universes between Crosscode and Alabaster Dawn, somewhat related. I mean, in a way, maybe, maybe not.
I think we did not comment too much about this. Just for spoiling ending F of AD here.
Right. Right.
Ending
Of course, there will
F
be
AD.
of course, there will be at least 6 or 7 endings.
6 or 7.
Yeah,
Like 6, 7.
one of Felix, you and your boomer and your Zoomer memes.
You started this.
No, I didn't. I was not expecting you to. Alabaster Dawn Gestalt, Alabaster Dawn Replicant. Actually, we should make a horror game with Leia in the main role, and it will just be called Silent High.
Yeah, yeah.
DMC sure as the inspiration for AD. I mean, literally, not wrong.
Yeah. I like where this is going. Just gonna polish the thunder.
Thundercat. Oh.
But it actually doesn't need to be a wait time. It can just go immediately. And just... Also just want to change the charge. I see. Let's put this under trail instead, because we already have so many charges. Could also be considered a trail. So... like where this is going. This is pretty neat.
Ah yeah, that's definitely Pokemon. Pokemon Gold, actually. Bye, Stefan. Have a nice bedtime.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Oh. Solo targets.
Hey, it's apparently also a Pokemon soundtrack. But it's from Pokemon Rumble Blast. Whatever that is. What is Pokemon Rumble Blast? Ah, an eShop game. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Man. Felix, have you known that there are quite a lot of Pokemon games?
No.
It's quite surprising. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Getting somewhere. I think this one actually does need a discharge, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because lightning strikes often don't have discharge. They're more like the just get out of the way
Mm-hmm.
thing. Okay, adjust speed is insanely high. I still wonder why June is standing here. It's so weird.
He's thinking, well, I think I lost it.
Okay. Can I have like a shot effect at the end of that one charge here? Okay. Yeah, not much talking.
I don't want to talk over Felix testing the sounds because then he will not hear
Hmm.
them properly.
That's fine. I'm actually not testing sounds, I actually was looking for good effects.
One day we will have so many effects that we will never need to make new ones.
It's not true, that will never happen.
Yeah, I know.
Never.
Always
Yeah.
adapt, overcome. I was forced to play What was Void Stranger again? It sounds familiar. Oh, okay. Things with variations. So, after saying 250 puzzle rooms for the fourth time was exhausting. Jeez.
Hmm. Oh gosh. See. Okay. All right. I think that's enough for today. I think it works better. So now that's like you kind of can see how there's a charge at the tip, and then he dislodges, and at the same time it flies towards you. Then let's see, Thunderbolt. But yeah, still need to balance the difficulty.
And then there's a healing move, but maybe the healing move actually isn't that. It doesn't need that much work because it doesn't really.
Yeah, I think I will tweak it a bit too, but it won't be as much work.
Because you don't need to take that much care for like telegraphing of attack and stuff, because the player doesn't need to evade it.
That's true.
This sounds familiar. Oh, it's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Gold Silver.
Yeah, I like this.
Yep.
Kind of like the sounds too. I really like this spear sound. I can see myself using this one a lot actually.
Hmm. Yeah, I need to listen to that a few times as well because I mean, back then when I did the first version of songs, the spear sounds didn't exist.
That's true.
But picking the right sounds is always very challenging for me. I'm always like, okay, where are the sounds that I need and which ones should I use?
What about the hitboxes? I think the first one's probably too large. Looks good. Juno, you need to dodge. Dodge. Okay, she dodged.
No, dodged.
She dodged. Okay. Question. Did I make that poster back on your wall or did you print it yourself? I remember handing out a... You did send us... I don't remember. I think you printed this for us. For me. And we just put it on some kind of thing to... so it's more stable. So I think you did print this in fact. I think it's not, I think it's A5 at least. I think it's no. I think it's A2 actually. Yeah, must be A2. Reference A4. Yeah, must be A2. I know, I think you printed this, but I'm not 100% sure. All right. Yeah, I think this concludes our stream pretty much. Our first stream. Yep. We still have 73 viewers watching us.
And it's actually a pretty long stream. I mean, 3-hour streams, that's not always what we...
I think usually 3 hours are...
Yeah. Sometimes.
Also because of, you know, summertime, it's actually effectively 10 o'clock right now for me. So that's why this works easily.
That's true. Oops.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you liked it. And I promise the next stream will be not in 3 months. So we will at least try to go for our monthly stream schedule if possible. Now that we have another machine working with a streaming setup, so it should be easier to do this now again.
Yep.
Especially since there will be, you know, stuff happening soon enough. So,
okay.
Within 2 months and weeks, perhaps. Yeah, we would. Yeah, let's hope in April.
Yeah,
April should be feasible.
By the way, I attempted to play the Seinfeld theme, but something random appeared. Whatever.
It's okay. Is that Seinfeld theme?
No, it's not. It's just, but it's called Seinfeld theme on SoundCloud. So I don't know. Either way, Felix.
I was watching the whole time.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so this concludes our stream. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Have a nice Sunday. Have a nice week. And see you again. I think I said this already. Next time. But yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm really feeling it.